Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at the new app from Eventide, QVox, which is it's a 4-channel pitch shifting delay. You can pitch shift 4 pitches in delay. I'm gonna explain how this works in detail if you want to stick around. But first of all, I'll give you so you're not bored with me explaining how this works and how you can make it work. I'm going to play you an example of the kind of cool stuff you can do. So I have a lead line here going into this channel, number 2, with the Modi X synth. And then I have my vocal going through USB 1 here, which has been noise reduced by Bruce Free. Like that. And then I have a noir playing this. Nothing, spectacular there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage the Eventide on all of this and then just have a jam so you hear it straight away. Here we go. So you can hear some cool stuff going on with the voice. So we'll open up and see what's going on. So let's deactivate it for a sec. Okay, so the mix is 67%. Full mix like this, and you're not going to hear any of the effect at all, even if it's engaged like that. Until I start bringing the mix up, obviously. Like that. 1, 2. Now, how this works, it's like having 5 delays. My voice, and then the 4 pitches that follow. If we switch all these pitches off, you'll only hear my original input mix there, my voice. But if we turn this all the way up, you'll hear nothing, because it's only processing the delay. So you can mix fully between the wet and the dry mixes. Okay, so A, C, B, D. A, B, C, D. This is how these work. A and C are panned hard right. You can't adjust that. That's fixed. Pitches B and D are panned hard left. You can't adjust that. You can mix between A and C here, full A and full C. That's so you'll only hear A and C. We can hear this. If I move this up now, you'll only hear it coming out the left speaker. 1, 2, with your left headphone. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If we set that to no delay, what you're basically causing is a harmonizer. So we can then harmonize as we like this. So it's now basically double it up, but now we could be we could do it as an octave divider. So we've got 1 octave below and 1 octave above, but only coming out the left because it's mixed full to A and C. If we bring in B and D, you'll still not hear anything because these are still mixed off. So if we turn these up now, so let's go the opposite. Let's go for 1 octave up and 1 octave down. Now you're getting full spectrum mix, 1 octave up, 1 octave down in both your left and right headphones. And if I turn the actual input mix off, which is my voice, all you'll be hearing is the delayed signal. Oh, sorry. And yeah, so, and then you can go the same as well. So you should only be now hearing them out your right hand headphone. Okay, now these are pitched depending on this, and this relates to the delay that will end up at this last octave. So if we move this up now, let's put that on normal, and let's start to make adjustments to the delay, like that. But you can't fine tune, let me just explain. You can't fine tune a semitone. So look, it's pitched in 9th, 10th, these are fixed pitches, the way they're pitched. Okay, so you need to know that. If you think you can fine tune this, you can't. What you can do is choose the mode, but the delay is important. So let's carry on with moving the delay. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. So 1 8 1 quarter, dotted 1 8 1 quarter, not triplet. 1 half triplet, dotted quarter, and then half, half, whoa, half, 1 2 1 2. Now, right. So manual lets you sync the tempo. Obviously, is sync the tempo to the host tempo of the DAW. If we turn it off, you'll change the delay time, basically, that relates to this to milliseconds, as you'll see. If we go to manual, manual's cool. You'll still get your delay in increments, but then you can choose to manually set this delay time. So if this was set on 100, say, you could say set it on 200. So now you've basically doubled up the delay speed like this, and you could do it like that. Then 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, or you can slow it down, to nothing, So you can get the slowest speed that you can. 1 2 1 2. So let's set that back up. Actually, just let's sync it back to our time. Now, I'll mix that out again. Now, key, this has a lane thing. So if you hold the lane down like that and play the key, the input signal, you're not going to hear this because this is my voice. So let's go and do this on this one here. So this is the, if I have this set on a harmonic mind, because I'm basically, I'm playing in that scale, you know. If we hold down lane, while it's held down, you can't switch it, just switch it on. But while it's held down like that, it will try and detect what's been played. So if you're not sure, you can, and you want it to be all in key, play what you know you're playing on the keyboard like this. Say for instance, I was going to play something like this, and I didn't know what I was playing. This will detect it for you. So I've just played F sharp. So, and now, whatever you're playing now is going to follow along for you in here. So that's that now. So moving along, and for this next section here, this bit here, I will show you. This is very, very cool. This is super cool. I will show you another example. So we're just going to hop on over to another example that I've made. So back in just a tick. Okay, so this is another example, and this one is super duper cool. So we've got our BS16 here. And you hear it's just set on. Just a basic app mapping to, who knows? Let's see what it's doing here. This is a good point, actually, a good time to show you how you have a few factory presets, not many. There they are, though. This is a good one, kind of, you get the idea, teenage wasteland. Now, really, you want to avoid playing chords. It's going to start to sound messy. It's good for lead and bass and octave dividing and stuff. So you can see that this one is basically set on, that's like my input volume, USN. This is playing one note, so the actual QVox is dealing with the chord part. And this is important because you see this here, this where it says A, there's a little gap and then there's an A. So at the very beginning of that there, the very beginning, say it was my original input signal, just before that first dot, you'll hear that the second A, the second pitch A here is the first thing to delay. And then you'll see the B, C, and D are all squashed together. So original, so da, da, da. Those three are playing a fourth, a sixth, and a third. But they're playing them at the same time because they're scrunched together. So you can set that here like that, you see. Now listen how it sounds. So now we're getting original input signal, chord, and then followed by the D. So if I turn my mix out for the piano here, sorry, so go 100%, you'll hear a chord, then the delayed D, pitch D sort of thing. So you're getting how that kind of works now. This becomes incredible on drums, right? So user presets, I've programmed quite a few of these actually over the last, it's dead easy to program. So they're all the ones that I programmed, and there's the few it comes with. It's such a piece of cake to program this, guys. So if that like first thing we listened to, if I applied that to my voice now, which is one that I made for my voice, if I go to QVox and the extensions for, go down to Eventide QVox, that would be the first one. That's factory. But if I go to user and go down to wild vocal space, you'll see. Boom, dum, 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 oh no, I can't stop it. I think it's really silly. It is really silly, of course. But listen to this. Listen to how it sounds on drums. Now, here we have a Digi-Sticks. Super basic, classic 80s kick kind of 808 kind of thing. Let's have a look at this. Note how I've got this set here. So initial input, the drums, a quick on the A, B, then a delayed C and D. Got it set on quarter, got it synced, okay. Pitch mixes dead center, so we're hearing everything. And I've got like one octave down, 1/5 up, 1/3 up, and an 11th up. Listen to what happens when I engage QuadraVox. How cool is that? But what's even cooler, right? What's even cooler than that is listen to what happens when I start to move this. You're literally changing the pattern. Which brings me to another good one. Here's a third example. So we're just going to hop on over to another project. Okay, so what I've done with this one, I've got my guitar going through this channel, and I've got the first thing my guitar is going to hit is a QVox. Then it's going to hit a micro pitch. Then it's going to hit a black hole. But for this one, this Digi-Sticks here, let me just play. I've got like a kind of straightforward 4 on the floor. But what I've done is this LFO here, when that starts to play, you'll see this is moving like that. And I have set the LFO on full range for LFO and use CC13. And if it was easy to set up, I want the LFO in here to be controlling my channel strip here. So all I did was set up, program the movement so that when this moves across here, you'll see that this changes through various things. But more importantly, it changes through the delay grouping. So you're going to get like really, really interesting changes, but as the LFO is working. To set anything, by the way, guys, all you need to do is highlight it, move this all the way over, highlight it, set whatever you want to set like this, and you'll see that it'll go over there. Then you can move over to this one over here, and then you can maybe even extend that a bit further. So that switch that off then, sorry, make it active. When you move it backwards and forwards like that, you're getting movement between the controls. It's really very, very easy. And also, once you save a user preset, once you close it and open it again like a session, it'll be saved in all your QVoxes, you know. So there you go. So anyway, how does this sound? Well, this sounds very nice. So let's get this going, and then I'll engage QVox with those changes. See, the LFO is now moving the thingies. I'll show you what other parameters are exposed as well. Maybe we could slow it down even further if you go to the LFO and go to rate. That's going to be really, really slow now. Nice. So, of course, any changes you make as well inside the drum machine are going to sound great. Epic. But let me show you as well. I want to show you the parameters for... So MIDI control, make sure MIDI sources, make sure Rosetta LFO is engaged. And then all you need to do is find the channel that it's in. So, where is it now? It's MIDI 3. Oh, that's Rosetta. It's in the Digisticks channel, so number 2, Digisticks. And there's QVox, and there's the parameters that we can modulate. And like I've only got it doing the ribbon. You see CC13. That's how I had that set. So you can set anything you want. So anything you want, basically. It's that easy. Okay, so last but not least, let's hear it on guitar. Okay, so let's grab my guitar. Grab me guitar. Me guitar. So here's the dry. The dry thing. Let's put the micro pitch and black hole on. So let's listen to it now with the QVox engaged, and this is how I've got this set. So I'm just literally playing one note. You don't want to be playing chords, full chords, because it's not going to sound right most of the time. Well, that sounds quite nice. Well, that doesn't. If you're going to play chords, play them slow. So then you could kind of change it out a little bit. See what else we've got in here. Oh. So there you go, guys. I hope you found, excuse me, just one sec. I hope you found that interesting. It's a marvelous effect, isn't it? I mean, what would you expect from Eventide? But yeah, it's great fun. You can do, it's fab on rhythms and stuff, and getting your voice to do all that kind of cool rhythmic stuff. It's very nice. But also you could, of course, use it just as a basic octave divider or an octave splitter, you know. So just make sure that you play around with the delay grouping and the delay time as well, sort of things. It's great fun. And of course, also, well, I should have pointed out as well, which is a good point, to make the playing around with the delay, you know, the delay time in it for like the fourth pitch is very cool as well. You can get some really nice effects and happy accidents doing that as well. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the demo. Now, it's QVox by Eventide. Basically, the whole thing, you should know how it all works now. I think I covered. Sorry, the only thing I didn't say is, yeah, you can do your key here, and also you have all these different scales to choose from as well. It's brilliant. Active is obviously on and off. Lane, I showed you a whole lane, play incoming notes, and it'll try and suss it out for you what it is. Get some user presets. Saving the preset is dead easy, super easy. You just hit this, write the preset name in. It's done, save to what it. Mix lock is good. Mix lock, you can hit mix lock and it will lock this mix for whatever preset you choose. So if we go over to like this one, you see the mix will be the same for everything we choose, because mix lock is on, whereas if we took it off, it would change. But that, if you know, you might want the same mix for a number of different things, and then you have information and tap tempo. Guys, bless you all for watching, and I will see you later. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Please consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month. And yeah, bless you all. See you later, guys. Ta-ta.